are in the wrong room. Okay, so I apologize for that. I'm gonna go fast because I only have 20 minutes. There's a lot to talk, and I would like to give also a few examples of the this technology because without the examples, actually, I'm gonna make sure that I have the audio because if I don't have the audio, you cannot hear it. Okay, hold on just a second. All right, share sound. Okay, because I'm going to talk about podcasting and which is a fantastic way of learning a language, I believe. Okay, there you go. You should see everything, and once I'm there, you should be able to hear it. Okay, so listening comprehension. As you know, listening comprehension is very hard to attain. It's very hard to find authentic materials that are good for beginners. Authentic materials are fantastic for intermediate and for advanced, but for beginners, it's very hard. Then you have the books, the textbooks, and things that are contrived, that are made for learners, that are maybe too simple, that are not really they don't sound authentic. Podcasting, which I think you all know what it's podcast is, it's they are excellent authentic materials to learn about a topic and about the language, but they're very difficult. They speak fast. There's a lot of culture that it's implied. So how can you bridge these two, and how can the teacher maybe have homemade podcasting that sound authentic and professional? Okay, so well, I think I can skip this part about the theoretical foundations of listening comprehension. Anyway, it's extremely it requires a lot of scaffolding, okay, to listen to authentic materials. So how can we do this? And at the same time, the research says that there's a lot of curricular neglect in what concerns listening comprehension is not done very much in schools. It is very difficult to assess, difficult to find the good materials. Okay. So, podcasting, the research says that podcasting is indeed effective, uh, in even if in some classes they haven't used they have used two different curriculums in which in one there was a lot of podcasting and less grammar, but at the end, the test, the group that was doing the podcasting were doing very well. So again, I'm going to go fast on this one, but believe me, the results say that podcasting is extremely valuable to practice listening comprehension and also grammar and vocabulary. Okay, so this is what I would like to talk is this concept of authenticized concept. Authenticized because it's not authentic, but it feels authentic. Okay. With AI technology nowadays, you can reach a certain level. I'm sure you've seen the videos nowadays that they look so realistic, which we could talk 3 hours about. Is it good or is it bad? Where are we going on that? But we will not because I only have 20 minutes. So the sense that the AI product is authentic, is real, is very strong. Okay, so authenticized for me means that it's a content that is produced by the teacher. It's not authentic, but it can be generated through AI tools that the student will perceive as authentic, which of course create more motivation. It's very rapid in generation. We don't have time. We're teachers, so we have a lot to do, thousands of things to do. So we don't want to spend 4 hours to create a 3-minute podcast. Okay. The text to speech technology, which is the one that synthesize the text into sound, a sound that you will hear. It's unbelievable. Approaches human like prosody and intonation and natural conversation in the podcast tools that I will show you. Okay, and it has customizable parameters, meaning that you can, for especially for one tool, decide which kind of vocabulary, of course, which kind of topic, especially in the second one, you can really have a write or have the AI write a text that has all the parameters that you want. For example, using the past, for example, in Italian, passato prossimo and imperfetto, reach in that in a conversation, okay, with a certain type of vocabulary that your goals requests. So very, very customizable, but the end result will be authentic, which I think was impossible to do. The good thing about podcasts is also portability, so that learners have access via their telephone, which is, always with them. So I think it's a powerful way of teaching. I don't, I don't believe that it's the only one, and I don't believe that AI is the only way of doing it. I think that it's one of the many ways that we can teach is using these tools, especially if they are free. So the first one, really quick, is the less interesting if you want, because this one only cleans the audio. So in this case, you have any audio that you want to use in your class that you record with your phone, which sounds okay, but newer generations, everybody now are used to perfection, if you want. It needs to sound professional. Otherwise, the student will, yes, will be okay, will not be very, very engaged. But if it sounds very well, it's very good. So if you want to script your own text and then talk to your students, have a lecture, this tool, Adobe Podcast, is fantastic. You upload what you recorded. It's free. You have 30 minutes every day, I think, that you can download. And I'm going to just show you the difference between the two in a phrase. I hope you can hear it, because otherwise the magic is not there. Hello, my name is Stefano Maranzana, and I am talking about podcasting for second language acquisition. Recorded with my computer. This is with the Adobe Podcast filter. Hello, my name is Stefano Maranzana, and I am talking about podcasting for second language acquisition. So it sounds like made
Hello, my name is Stefano
in a booth.
Maranzana, and I
In
am.
a booth, so it's very good. But
Hello.
the real tool that I would like to discuss is called Notebook LM. Notebook LM is fantastic and it's free. Okay. This one is the major podcasting tool. You upload all the information that you want. Let's say you want to discuss about Florence, okay, the city of Florence. You want the students to learn about Florence. You upload any documents, videos, you just copy and paste, websites, and of course PDFs. All the information, all the database, okay, if you want that you want your students to know, to learn. And then you can generate 10 to 20, but now it's even getting into 40 minutes discussion between two hosts about that topic using only the sources. Okay, it supports 35 languages, so I think you'll find yours. The limitation is that you cannot change the voices. You cannot do anything about the exactly what they're talking about. So it's hit or miss, but usually it's very accurate. Well, for sure, it's accurate. It only uses those sources, but the AI decides exactly what topic and what language to use. Okay. So, for example, you have here the all the sources. Here it gives you just a little blurb, okay? And you could use it for any other things. You can use quizzes out of that. All things that you can do it yourself, of course, but it takes a lot of time. This, it does it in seconds. But here, audio overview, you click, okay, and you have all the different minutes or language that you can decide. Here you see it did one in Spanish. This is generating the one in Italian and, of course, in English. So just a second, I'm gonna show you just how it sounds in English.
Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we're really getting into something fascinating, an area of applied linguistics research that, well, it feels like it could genuinely change how we teach and learn languages.
Yeah, we're looking at artificial intelligence podcasting tools, specifically for second language acquisition or SLA.
Right. And
So as you can hear, well, now that I've been hearing these voices all the time, I know what it is. But I think it's mind-blowing how it sounds really natural. Okay, it's getting better, better and better. This is in Italian.
Benvenuti. Oggi ci addentriamo in un argomento, caldissimo, l'intelligenza artificiale generativa e l'apprendimento delle lingue.
Sì, soprattutto dopo l'arrivo di ChatGPT sembra che se ne parli ovunque.
Esatto. E noi vogliamo
So
capire
you can hear the breathing. He says at the beginning, "Beh," like that. So very, very, very natural. So this is one of my favorite tools, especially because it's free. Then,
basandoci.
then
welcome back to the Deep
Benvenuti.
Dive.
the best one actually is called JellyPod. How much I have? Okay, JellyPod. Okay, this one is actually the best, and of course, it's not completely free. It's a freemium model, meaning you have some credits you can do, but I believe that it's about $15 US dollars a month to have it. One could ideally invest maybe for a few months and create all the podcasts that you want to use in your course. So this one is extremely versatile. You can custom design the voices, decided which is going to be the host, multi-conversation host. Why is this important? Because I think that students need to hear as many voices as possible, speeds, etc., in order to acquire really the skill of listening comprehension. Usually, what happens in class is that students hear the voice of the teacher if they speak in Italian, and and that's it. And again, I'm talking about beginner level, but I think that this could be used also for intermediate and advanced because they speak pretty fast, and you can concentrate maybe on subjunctive, okay, rich in subjunctive, but still having the feel of authentic. So you have script editing with JellyPod, a lot of languages, of course, and it integrates with Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. So it's very professional looking. So here you start with the idea, okay? Then you can choose I think up to four hosts, okay? You can sample the voices. And then you can also have a deep search online of the sources you want, or you can also upload, as in the other model, you can upload all the sources that you want, so that you have total control of what they're talking about. Okay. And the good thing is that you also have a complete transcript of this. So you can work to the listening, but also on the reading and on words. You can spend in a 7-minute podcast or 20-minute podcast, you can spend a whole week discussing the content, but also the language, and you can also see it. Okay. Another thing that is great about podcasting is that you can repeat it as many times as you want, and if you read it and listen, it is a little bit the effect of not subtitles but captions when you watch a video, which Richard says that it really increments your vocabulary knowledge and also the understanding and acquisition of grammar. Okay, so it can be put in different feeds. Okay, again, a couple seconds of to let you hear how it sounds.
All right, welcome everyone to AI Podcasts for Listening Comprehension
It's
Practice.
British.
I'm Oliver Grant, linguistics nerd, audio media enthusiast, and, well, someone who's probably spent too much time fiddling with podcast microphones and grammar guides. Helen, you want to introduce yourself?
Gladly, Oliver. I'm Helen Davies, long-time ESL teacher and fan of anything that makes my students' lives easier.
So I don't know. I wouldn't have been able to detect that this was AI because students also I talked with my students and they are not very sure about AI. They do not like us teachers using AI and being caught. Meaning, if we use images, if we use audio, and the students can tell, oh, this is AI, they're like, of course it's AI. So it really completely takes away the authenticized effect. I don't want to trick my students, but I want to trick them into believing that this is something destined to the L1 speakers, let's say, okay? Because this creates engagement of the students. Oh, I'm able to listen to this podcast. Well, duh, I put all the vocabulary that you know, I put everything that you already know in terms of culture. So they're able, so that makes them motivated. So I think it has many
All
possibilities.
right, welcome.
So this creates, I think that us teachers have a new goal, there's a new transformation, and this role is it shifts from knowledge dispenser, okay, to facilitator, to curator, collaborator with the AI, and especially it empowers teachers' creativity. Like I think it's really it makes you really happy to think, okay, I have my goals. I want to set my goals. I want to have my students listen to something or see something. And maybe before I would spend half an hour finding the right video or the right audio, the right text and everything. Now I say, oh, I'd like to talk about Florence, but I know that they know only passato prossimo and imperfetto, they don't know passato remoto. And then you go and look and you can't find anything and what. So it takes a lot of time. Now you see, no, I want a text that still feels authentic. I have an idea and I can transform it into reality that looks real. Okay. Which again could be it's scary how realistic are the videos nowadays. I don't know where we are going, what's the direction. But at this point, I like this idea of AI being able to help us do something that looks professional without having the tools. Because, of course, before that, to do a podcast that sounds so well, you needed to be in a recording booth. Okay. So I think that at least at minimum, teachers nowadays need to have some digital competencies and know what AI can do. And then maybe decide not to do it because, of course, there are other issues. But at least AI literacy is essential. And of course, I see AI as an augmentation, not a replacement of human pedagogical judgment and of the teacher. You have the ideas, and I think it's a tool. It's a fantastic tool that can do a lot of things, create a lot of things for us, but we are the ones who decide what it is and with what are the pedagogical goals that we want to achieve with that. Okay, so so to conclude, uh, I think that podcasting and podcasting with AI is a complementary technology. I'm not saying that we all have to do it all the time, they have to listen to it, but I think it's a great way to give um, another it's another way for students to be exposed to language. Okay, it needs strategic integration into your curriculum. I think it has a lot of promise, and of course, more research needs to be done. And I think that the power is to have the right mix, authentic and authenticized, right? And that teacher nowadays need to be exposed to these new technology, and so that maybe they can spark the creativity and they can be better teachers. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Stefano. As I work with Stefano, and every time I hear a presentation by him,